And we're back.
Round two.
Okay, so you were talking about what?
So I saw like a countdown of the 10 biggest songs that became famous after they were in a movie. And number one, which it was a pretty famous song beforehand, but it was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Really?
But
I would not
after
have guessed that.
but after what's the movie?
I think I see
Wayne's
it
World?
here. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah,
Like after Wayne's World, it like blew up apparently.
that makes sense.
Um, but I think it was like number 6 on the list was the Elton John Tiny Dancer
Yeah.
from
Hold
Almost,
up.
and it was in Almost Famous.
Oh,
Tiny
dude, what a great scene.
I know. And so I was like, that was the first time I ever saw it was with you. Now I'm like, I don't want to watch it again until I see it with you again.
What? Almost Famous?
Yeah.
Oh, so that post on your Instagram was about me?
Yeah.
And I voted no. So for those of you that don't follow Mijo on Instagram, he put up a story post, like, you know how you can like ask questions, and the text was, you know, if you have like a special movie or like you've only seen here, you say it, but you posted it. I don't know what did it say?
If there's a special movie that you've watched for the first time or you've like seen multiple times with a friend or family member, whoever it may be, are you only going to watch that movie again with them and not watch it like by yourself?
And
I was
voted
just
no.
I was curious if other people did that, because there's other movies with other friends where like I haven't watched it since the last time I watched it with them, and whenever I go and hang out with them, we watch it, even though we've watched it for like the millionth time.
But then let me ask you this: then do you feel like you're pigeonholed to like just do that with that friend?
No, because
It's like, oh, I'm going to see so and so, and we have 7 movies to watch because we watched them together for the first time.
no, and it's not like I saw the movie with them for the first time. It's just like our movie. And
Oh,
sometimes
I wasn't aware that was our movie. I didn't know that we had a movie.
no, it's not. It's fine. I'm not saying you have to be aware. It's like a personal thing for me. Like I don't want to watch it again until I see you again. And that's me.
Oh, I wish I had my button bar.
You know, because there's movies that I like only like one of the movies. Because I had written a list on there, but I was like, I definitely watched a movie with you, but it's like me and Ben's movie.
What movie?
It was Away We Go. Remember, I wanted to show you it.
Oh, with John Krasinski.
Yeah,
I do. I vaguely remember that movie.
yeah.
What was the plot of that?
Where they're trying to find a new place to live, and so they go to Phoenix because they're about to have a baby.
Oh yeah.
So they go to Phoenix, they go to Milwaukee, they go to Vancouver, Canada, and then they go back to Florida where his brother, like his wife.
Got it. Yeah, I remember watching that. Yeah.
But I was just curious if other people like feel that way about certain movies. Because what was the other movie we watched for the first time? It was like very grungy Seattle.
Oh, Singles.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Singles, you have to. It's not on Netflix or anything. It's one of those movies where you have to go to Google and type, "Watch this movie free,"
Yeah.
online. You know, but yeah, it's really dope. It's a rom-com, and it's set in Seattle in like 1992, and there's a lot of cameos in it, like the dude from Alice in Chains, Lane Staley's in it, Chris Cornell's in it.
Mm-hmm.
The dude from Pearl Jam, Eddie Vedder, he's in it. He actually has multiple speaking roles in it. So does Chris Cornell. But yeah, dude, it's cool. It's just like a vibe, man.
But like that's a movie like you introduced me to, and so now if I were to watch it with anyone else, I wouldn't have the same reaction. I'd be like, "Oh, remember when we watched it?"
But then you can share that with someone else.
I can. I'm not, but I would choose. I would like. It's like our movie.
I guess I've never looked at movies like that.
because there are moments in time like you share those emotions. Like if it's sad or funny, you
Right.
know.
But you don't do that with songs, though.
What do you mean?
You don't do that with songs.
Like that's our song?
Yeah, like if I showed, like, for example, I showed you Turnpike Troubadours.
Yeah.
You don't listen. You don't only listen to Turnpike Troubadours when you're with me.
No. See, but I feel like it's a different medium, like a medium of art. Whereas like a
Sure.
film, you're investing 2 to 3 hours of time with someone and you're analyzing and you're going through all these emotions versus like 3.5 minutes.
Right. I think if it's a conversation that you have before or like after or during the movie, like, hey, that was a dope ass movie. Let's never watch that unless we watch it together.
No. No, I'm not saying like this is for me. Like obviously these
Right.
aren't your guidelines, but
I wonder if other people do that. If you do that as well, do you have special movies that you only watch with certain other people?
and it doesn't yeah. Which a lot of people said no, including you asshole.
I didn't know it was about me.
Well, it's about a lot of people. Like, there's movies when you're in the dorm room and you watch that movie, or like it comes up on your Google search and you're like, oh, I remember that time in the dorms we were watching it, you know? Or
Right.
you're in your first apartment with your first roommate, and I remember with Ben we watched a movie and I was like, this is our movie, like this, like we cried together in this movie because it was like such a traumatic movie,
Damn.
and so like it was, and like I've watched it without him, but I choose if I have a choice, I would much rather not watch it and watch it with him.
Well, let me ask you this. Put another layer on it. What if you had like a movie like with like an ex-girlfriend or an ex-lover and you had that conversation of like, "Oh, this is our movie. This is our movie." Then do you like next time you want to watch that movie, do you have to hit up your ex and be like, "Hey, I know we've been broken up for 7 years, but I was really wanting to watch Garden State. Do you want to come over?"
Garden.
Dude, Garden State's a good movie.
Ah, I love that movie. I haven't seen it in forever, but it is a good movie.
That iconic scene, dude, where he's just standing there in the bathroom wearing that shirt that's like made out of like the same fabric that the wallpaper is made out of.
I vaguely remember. I haven't seen it. I think I saw it the year after it came out. That was like what, 2004?
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. But no, it's also I mean, I wouldn't hit them up, but it's also
Just watch it and cry in your room alone.
yeah, cuz
That's what I do. No, I haven't really ever thought about movies like that. It's one of those things, but now that I am thinking about it, I feel like Garden State is one.
and that doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean like you're watching it, cuz there's a movie with one of my other friends that we just turn on and we just let it play in the background, but it has to be on cuz it's like our movie and we'll like catch a glimpse of it, but we'll have these deep meaningful talks and it's just like there as like a reminder of like our friendship, like this movie like really brought us together, and we'll just like let it play and we'll talk and have fun. And I don't know, maybe I'm a weirdo, but
Dude, no, this is the stuff that I like because, like I said, it's something I never really thought about. But for you, it's like a thing,
yeah,
and that's cool because why couldn't you have a movie with someone? I mean,
Yeah.
people have like songs. They have like wedding songs.
Yeah.
They have certain places or even food.
Mhm.
Like it's weird. Like I feel like there's this certain food truck. You'll know which one I'm talking about. There's a certain food truck in Portland by the house that I used to live in, and they got like these like dope ass burritos. And I was dating someone at the time, and she was over at my house literally every day, and we would eat fucking burritos every single day. So I would feel like if I went there without her, it would feel weird.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I
And
get
you
that with
did go
food.
there without her, and they asked about her.
I know. Yeah. It's one of those things like food, movies, music.
Yeah, anything. I guess anything that elevates like an experience that you have with someone. It could be like your favorite hiking place or like a scent.
Right.
Like, oh,
Oh, scent is a big
his
one.
or her apartment smelled a certain way, so I can't have citrus candles in my house or so. It's just like
Right, right.
everything. I mean, obviously, living is just such an experience on your human being, like your soul.
Human consciousness.
Yeah, and whether it's a movie with someone, and there's certain songs like I have this song with another friend when we're driving together, like on a road trip. We always have to play this song because it's just like our first road trip together. We listen to this song.
What song?
I don't know the name, but it's a James Taylor song.
I think he only had like one.
No, it's like one of his, like not one of his more famous ones, but it's one of our favorites.
One of those deep cuts.
Yeah, it's a great song.
James he's kind of one of those like weird, not weird. He's not weird. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him, but I never really like got into like James Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He's just like, yeah, he's just like a different type of, yeah, you either love him or you don't. It's like, I guess no one really hates James Taylor. They're just like impartial.
Sure.
They're like, it's elevator music.
Yeah, like I would never, like I don't ever see myself like putting on a James Taylor record just because like I want to listen to it. Like if it's on, I'm like, oh yeah, there's the song about fire and rain and there's the fire rain song that everybody knows.
I see fire, I see rain.
I know, dude. It makes me feel weird. I'm like, it makes me feel like when I listen to it, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I don't know why.
But
James
yeah.
Taylor. But yeah, dude, that's interesting. Movies. Yeah, you can have all sorts of experiences or like things with people.
Yeah. I feel like a song, like a song that you listen with someone like would hurt, like if you broke up with them or like or like a scent. I get that. But like a movie is just like, it's such an audio and visual experience that like whenever you're in that moment with someone, you're seeing the same thing, but you're experiencing different things.
Yeah.
So whether
you could be interpreting it differently.
And you get to discuss that after. Whereas like a song, like a lot of songs are black and white. Like there's a message. But if you're watching like a deep thinking movie like Garden State, or like obviously it's in the rom-com realm, but there's different, like how the actor is portraying like sadness or anger. Like you might have empathy and some people would be like, no, like he's in the wrong, and you get to discuss those things.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, movies. Yeah, there's certain movies. And so it's funny because I was going through that list and Almost Famous came on, and I was like, yo, I watched that for the first time with you, even though I knew what it was, but I never seen it before. And I was like, damn, where's Clay? I want to watch this right now.
Dude, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
And it was the director's first movie too. Like it was so good.
Really?
Remember, we talked about this. It was his first movie.
Wow. Coming out the gate swinging.
Yeah, dude. Big dick energy.
BDE. Or not Garden State. Almost Famous.
Almost Famous, yeah.
Dude, another director that got the BDE come out the gate swinging is, what's his name? He did Black Panther and...
Ryan Coogler?
Yeah. He did Creed. He did...
Fruitvale Station.
Fruitvale Station. And he did Black Panther. Are those the only three?
The first three movies he did.
Bro. And the main actor that's in all of them.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, but he's been acting since he was like 12.
No, I'm not saying. I was just putting it together like, oh yeah, all three of those movies have the same.
Yeah, that's like Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro. Like that's his guy.
Robert De Niro.
Bobby.
Speaking of Robert De Niro, did you watch The Irishman?
Yes. It was way too fucking long, dude.
Bro, I turned it on. I was excited too because I'm like seeing Joe Pesci. I'm seeing Robert De Niro. I'm like, oh, we're about to have a Casino Part 2.
Yeah.
But Dude,
It was not.
It started so slow. I got like 45 minutes in, and I was like, dude, I haven't seen one person getting smashed in the face with a telephone yet. I'm like, dude, this is way too slow for me. So I aborted it.
It was an interesting movie. I liked the story, but it was just taking forever.
Dude,
I was
maybe
like,
I'll
what
give
the
it another
fuck?
shot. But it did not. I was like, whoa, let's get on with it, dude. And unpopular opinion, that's how The Godfather is for me too. And I like mob movies,
Yo.
but like, dude, The Godfather, I'm like, dude, you're an hour and a half in before anybody gets whacked, and it's just like, what the hell's going on?
I'm gonna have to stop you right there.
See, I knew it.
No slander. No slander on The Godfather.
Unpopular opinion, dude. I don't do The Godfather. I need.
You honestly, we started The Godfather. We got 20 minutes in. 20 minutes, and you're like, I don't get it.
Dude, I'm
it's
over
20
it.
minutes.
I'm over it. And plus, I feel like the quality of the movie, like, you know, it's like an older film. I feel like that has something to do with it for me too. Like, I don't know, man. It just feels.
My name's Clay, and I like Fast and the Furious.
Tell me, Fast and the Furious is not a great film.
I'm not saying it's not.
Dude, where they go under. Dude, Fast and the Furious is kind of like, now that's what I call music. There's like 70 of them.
Yeah.
Speaking of now, that's what I call music. We're actually on number 79. I got an email about that the other day. It's like, would you be interested in some promo items? So now that's what I call music 79.
No.
I was like, bro, what?
Have you
What
heard
are
of
you talking
Spotify?
about?
I could get it instantly.
Yeah, show me a car that's been made in the last 10 years that has a CD player in it.
That too.
Like, what do you mean?
What do you got? What do you want to talk about today?
I feel like we would be doing a disservice if we didn't mention that it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
It is. It is. We are recording on Monday the 20th?
Yes, the 20th. Yeah, it's like, what do you say about Martin Luther King Jr. Day? I mean, this is a day of service. You just got back from a march, right?
Yeah. So apparently San Antonio, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but apparently it's the largest MLK march in the country.
Wow.
And last year there was 400,000 people apparently. In 2019. This
But
year
it was cool. It was a good vibe.
Oh, dude, we were set up right next to the DJ booth, one of the DJ booths, because it's like a 3-4 mile walk.
Right.
So you could see people coming down Martin Luther King Drive for an hour and a half, like not pavement anywhere.
That's amazing.
And so we were set up next to one of the DJ booths, and it was fun, dude. It was really cool. People were dancing.
How long were you out there?
Like 2.5 hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
With
It
the
started at
station?
like 10. I got there at 9. What?
With the station?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just fun recording videos, shaking hands, kissing babies, giving out cups, you know.
How many babies did you kiss?
0. You know.
Dude,
But
that's
it's
good because you don't need to be kissing babies.
a euphemism. Oh,
Dude, you
I
be getting
did.
babies sick, man. You be getting babies sick, and then you don't want that on your hands. My guy. I'm telling you.
I did get a picture with one of my coworkers and I guess 2 of my coworkers with Julian Castro. He was the presidential nominee, or not the nominee, but he was running for president.
I don't know.
Julian Castro? You didn't see him in any of the...
Dude, I haven't been watching.
Well, he's not in the presidential race anymore for the Democrats. He dropped out like 2 weeks ago.
But you got your picture with him?
I didn't. I was the one taking the picture, but I was...
Oh.
But
I
I
just flipped it around and did a selfie.
Well, I was like, hey, can I get a picture? And he's like, you got to make it quick. And I was like, okay. And I just like took the picture with both my coworkers, and he's like, got to go.
Aw. You're like, wait, man.
It's fine. But the fact that like I even spoke to a presidential candidate, I was like, what?
Yeah. That's kind of cool, right?
Hey, man, can I get a picture? Make it fast. Okay. Boom. Yeah. But it was awesome to see. I mean, a little cliche, but like all walks of life,
Yeah.
um, from the sororities, the fraternities, the colleges, universities, to the companies, to the Christians, to the Muslims, to the everyone was out
Everybody.
there, everybody, and it was just everyone was having a good time. Just bump into some like Earth, Wind, and Fire, and some Michael Jackson, and some Salt and Pepper. It was dope, dude.
That's what it's about, man.
So
Bringing people together.
yeah, on a
That's
Monday,
really cool.
everyone was starting the week off on a good mood. It felt really good.
Yeah. That is good. Dude, I haven't seen, I mean, there might be something, like outside of my knowledge, but I haven't seen anything or heard of anything going on here. So, like I said, that could just be me not knowing what's going on. But
Yeah,
I did do
but
a topic on my show. How are you making the world a better place today? Got some calls with that. Yeah.
what did they say?
Uh, this one lady, she said, "It's I need to work on the way that I speak to people." I was like, "Yeah, that's a really good one." I was like, "Once the words leave your mouth, you can't take
Take it
them
back.
back," and that's something like I feel like most people learn that lesson the hard way. I
Yeah.
definitely have. Once you say
Mm-hmm.
something, whether it's out of like anger or spite or whatever, once those words leave, it's something you got to live with. I mean, you can say I'm sorry, this and that, but you
There's
got to be
always going to be
careful
a
with the
scar.
tongue. Yep,
Yeah.
got to be careful.
Yeah.
But yeah, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yeah.
Trying to think of something that I could do. What could I do today?
You should go, have you seen the movie Selma?
I don't think so.
It's really good. It came out
Is it
like
on Netflix?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
But it's did you see the When They See Us?
That sounds more familiar.
That's on Netflix. It was directed by Ava DuVernay about the Central Park 5.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but I have seen it on like scrolling.
So she directed Selma, I think it was 2013, and it's about like Martin Luther King and his march to like Birmingham. It was really good.
Is it is When They See Us? Is that like pretty emotional?
Yeah.
I
I
feel
stopped
like
after it's a 4-part series, and I stopped after the second because I like couldn't handle it anymore.
because I feel like I wanted to watch that, and I feel like that's when we were still living together, and you were like, I can't watch that
Yeah.
right
I
now.
mean, I
So
might
yeah,
start it up again, but it's just hard.
right. But it's real, right?
It's real. Yeah, it's raw.
Real and raw.
And the actors, like these kids are so good. So good. And it's a
Man,
heavy topic for these kids who like I mean, there's kids who actually went through this for one, and two, for these actors to like put it on their spirit is like equally as difficult to watch. It's like, I'm just trying to perform and do service to these kids who actually went through this, but you see
right,
the pain on their faces.
dude.
It's
Acting's
tough.
hard.
Yeah.
Just think about like the little things that like we've like tried to act in, just like in like little
Yeah.
content pieces that we're making. Dude, acting is hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one of those things to where like I feel like just the common person doesn't really think about like
Yeah.
how hard acting would be.
Yeah.
I feel like the key to acting is not acting. I'm just
It's
talking out of my ass. It's just like being, because you can always tell when someone's acting, right?
yeah. Yeah. I
Unless
mean,
they're good.
I've watched a lot of interviews. Um, Not that like I'm an expert by any means. I'm not saying that. But it's just like the biggest lesson that a lot of actors say is like when you are acting, it's like being as open as possible to what's on the pages that people have written, right? Because they're their words or their experiences. And you have to like open it up to them and then let it out. So if it's like something traumatic, like you let that emotion out, whether it's crying or happiness, like open yourself up to it's like um when one of our friends did like improv, right?
Yeah.
Didn't she do that?
Improv. Yeah.
It's like, just go with it. Like, open yourself
Yeah.
up to that experience, whether it's joy or sadness. Like, when they say action, like, open yourself up to whatever's about to come out and let it, don't hold back.
Yeah.
And I can't
It's
do that. I cannot do that. Like, I'm second
can't
guess
either.
everything.
Yeah.
Do I look corny? Is this funny? Is it worth it? And then
Yeah.
actors are just like, go. They just go with it.
And being able to like cry on
Yeah.
spot, dude.
And in front of a whole crew, like there's 100 people, right?
Right.
It's not just you. It's not just you and the camera and your co-host or co-actor. It's like, all right, there's a person holding a microphone. There's the director of photography. There's the catering people. Like, everybody's there.
And every time that you like don't get it right, that's like money. It's like,
yeah. All right. Restart from the top. Move everybody.
ugh,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a lot. Shout out to all the actors out there.
Yeah.
Giving me anxiety just thinking about it.
Yeah. That was a good tie-in with movies. I like that.
Ah, damn, the pros are back, baby.
Gang, gang.
But yeah, so I think we should wrap there. One thing that we do have coming, I think we mentioned it a little bit last week. We have a new logo, and that should be. We both saw the rough draft of it this last week. Put in our 2 cents on how to do this here, make this here, and but yeah, we should have it sometime this week.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I'm optimistic about it, and then we'll switch over everything on the socials and YouTube and everything. I feel like this new brand, us rebranding, it's more us.
Yeah.
Because like this stays in this room. Long-time listeners, you know what it stands for. We talked about it a lot. It's like we both worked in radio, and I'm sure this is in any industry. You hear a lot of people say, or we heard a lot of people say, like, they come in and they'd shut the door and they'd be like, hey, this stays in this room. Don't say it. Like a lot of like secret, like behind closed doors conversations. And so we're like, dude, let's make a podcast called This Stays in This Room where we talk about all that shit. And then it did good.
It's evolved. We've evolved.
Sometimes. Yeah, we've evolved, and we've actually found this is just more descriptive of who we are, and it doesn't kind of pigeonhole us. And it's easier to find. That's one thing that I've noticed is even myself trying to search our content on YouTube or what. It's wordy, and it doesn't always pop up. So with this, it'll help us. I feel like it's one of those deals where I've been listening. I mean, we both listen to Gary Vee. And he talks about like put out content. We do that. We're getting back on track with it now. And he's like talking to people that have been doing it consistently for years, but it's still not hitting. It's still not working the way that they want it to work. He's like, well, then you have to rebrand or find a different approach. So that's kind of what we're doing. I just like that it's
next week.
We're not next week. Hopefully this week.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, doggy.
Exciting. All right. I'm going to go, dude, it's like 12 degrees here right now. And like,
fuck that.
Dude, everything's just covered in ice and snow. And so I'm about to go to Cabela's or Burlington Coat Factory or somewhere and get like a real coat. I wish that I hadn't. Remember how many coats that I like got
threw out,
before?
and I said you should take them. I said, "Hey man, you should take that." You're like, "No, I don't need it. I'll get a new one." All right.
I know. I shouldn't have done that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna.
What about that?
Coat and then.
But you got that varsity coat. That's pretty thick.
Yeah, but dude, I'm telling you that wind. Like, I need like that wind cuts right through that, dude.
You need a Carhartt.
Dude, I need some, I don't know what I need. I'm about to go find it. My whole deal with like coats though, even like with sweat, like I'm wearing a sweater right now, and I feel like when I'm outside, like I'm cold, but like my armpits, dude, they just sweat. Like I need like I don't know, man. I don't know what I need.
I need you pits.
I need armpit surgery because I don't care if I'm wearing a tank top or if I'm wearing a sweater, dude. I'm dripping.
Yeah.
Dripping.
All right.
All right. We'll be back next week. New logo, new title, new faces, new coat.
Later, dog.
Later, man.